Instead of saying, I'm not insane, but I'm an airplane. Yeah, I did that. I started today a bit less crazy with some poetry saying, I am a tree. It maybe sounds far-fetched or a bit of a stretch, but we have a lot in common with trees, the birds, flowers, and the bees. We're always growing, doing our very best to be seen and see how far we can come, as if life is one big test. Today our minds grew a bit bigger, because we opened our ears and hearts. Every story was a sort of a trigger, shooting little knowledge darts that opened some new brain parts. We opened with an important statement that aviation has to wake up. Schiphol has a serious mission to end their own CO2 emission. Let's hope they will realize this vision, because this planet has ringed the alarm, and I'm happy Schiphol listens. Because bird spotting is a way of life. Arjen Dwarshuis shares his bird adventures. It's the bird spotting world title for which he strived, but he's also happy that some birds are just still alive. 1 out of 8 birds is on threat for extinction. So next time you hear a bird sing, please listen. Kwee, 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 kwee is also the title of the book Arjen, his girlfriend, has written. From flying birds to flying doctors, with Kitchen Gitahi from Kenya. He talks about the people behind the numbers, because hope and dreams are the same in Europe as they are in Africa. Because what matters is human life, and positive experience can make Sophie, as well as Nantakunda, thrive. And Bob Hendricks wanted to build a sustainable house. It was a moonshot, a journey in which he learned a lot. He went to Detroit in a dodgy Greyhound and discovered new things in an alien spot. Unlocked potential in abandoned neighborhoods, but for nature that was pretty good. And so they built a sustainable house with Detroit roots. But true connection gave him the biggest boost. After the break, my friend Florian came with sustainable songs and a green machine, because green human energy works exactly the same. And an effort this big from the audience is every artist's dream. We have to wake up, rise up, start cycling to get lean and green. Femke van der Laan came to talk about her loss of her husband, the father of her kids. Without facts, numbers, jokes, or even a laptop, she talks about her sorrow, sadness, and what she did. Because almost nobody talks about it, while we all are confronted by this. Grief, loss, and pain are a part of all of us. So keep that in mind when someone shares with us. With talking and listening comes connection, relief, and love. And we're continuing with Max Hirsch and some hope. He is professor in Hong Kong and about sustainable aviation. Flying is accessible, but is it good for the climate? Nope. It needs to be more green, but still open for all of the population. He addressed some possible solutions, but it's going to be a big effort producing green planes into the now and future. But if we don't, we all will be losing because of the major pollution. And Rowanne van Voorst is facing most of her fears and helps us solving some big problems. We need a massive agreement for a radical change, but that all starts with a small group of them. When the idea starts to spread and we hear what really matters, we can change our diet. Like we changed smoking, slavery, and witch hunt. Also, that one day, when you still eat animals, people consider you to be a cunt. We shared stories about the future and also stories about the past. But when you're at Schiphol, the time always flies by so fast. We had enough food for thought, so let's all take a flight to the bar for some drinks, questions, and small talks. And after that, a bon voyage and au revoir. I just have one more thing to say. When you leave from here, take with you what you've learned today, because the world is a beautiful place, and it needs to stay that way. So spread this news through space, and make the best of every day. Thank you.